I got 30-some hoes, you at the crib making TikToks. Perky gon' blow like a 30-6 dog. She gon' fuck my bros, cause I know that she a big dog. I come from the low, but I'm standing at the tip. I got 30-some hoes, you at the crib making TikToks. Perky gon' blow like a 30-6 dog. She gon' fuck my bros, cause I know that she a big dog. I come from the low, but I'm standing at the tip top. Lot of hoes to choose from, I ain't scared to lose one. Bitch, I've been a thought boy since I was reading Goosebumps. Standing on the block, I was testing out my new gun. Mix the off-white with the blue ones. I know I'll be alright when I'm going through some. Got some raw white if you wanna do some.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Just the Tip. JTT. I'm Josh.
And I have got 30-some hoes and got banned from TikTok.
That's true.
Fuck.
We just saw it.
Yeah, we went to go stream live, and it said, I saw a little notification saying that, ask for permission to stream on TikTok, but I guess our TikTok has been suspended. So, I would expect this from other platforms, which I don't care to name because I don't want it to happen on that one too. But TikTok, I've watched people literally probably be in accidents or just all them weird things that happenstance things that happen. But what did I even stopped saying retard, and since I'm not on TikTok, I can now say retard. So I don't. By the way, I'm not talking about people with MR. I'm talking about people that make conscious decisions to be fucking morons.
Yeah.
And the people that get offended by that word, that because they're morons. So, yeah, banned on TikTok. I don't know if that's an accomplishment or a setback, but we're still going to move forward. Fuck them. We'll be bigger than TikTok one day.
I mean, it didn't even take much time.
TikTok
was doing
what
well
did I
too,
say?
but...
Oh, is it because I'm calling foul on both sides of the political aisle? Is it because I said the R word? Because I want to know
Eyes are
what I
that's
did. This dude's saying the quiet part out loud. Shut him the fuck up. Or this dude is a retard. Shut him the fuck up. I've dropped 5 R words so far. It feels good to be free.
Freeing.
Free.
I've been thinking back when we were in high school, man.
Yeah. I know, sit me in the corner, whatever. I trapped a daddy long leg. It's going to be here for the whole stream. I have the other end of this card box that I've been sorting magic cards, building commander decks. But this dude just dropped right onto the play mat in front of me.
Yep.
And I just took the top half of it. So he's here for the whole stream.
As we were building these little hashtags to put up the stream, I'm just talking, and then in the middle I'm like, yo, you got a big ass spider coming right down at you, dude.
It's a daddy long
just
leg.
Came down with a...
Do they have any mommy short legs?
Probably.
Midget spiders.
Thick legs on that thing.
Yeah.
Guys, today we're going to cover topics from Congressman Thomas Massie, a federal judge, 2 of them actually, that have declared themselves president using their judicial power. The new Magic the Gathering set that is coming out, the upcoming Avengers Doomsday cast movie that they just announced the cast for, and One Piece I just showed him about Nintendo Switch that they just announced.
You know what else we're gonna do? I got a new Stream Deck accessory.
It's sweet.
It's pretty dope. It's got a screenshot option, so I think we're gonna do that for our thumbnail today and look super cool. Maybe we'll do a screenshot of the fucking spider.
Just take it.
Right.
Yeah, just upload a spider. But yeah, there's a lot of different things that King's been able to do to improve this too, and it's running better, it's looking better, it's sounding better. If you guys have any feedback for us, let us know.
And we did it without you, TikTok.
That's right.
Fuckers.
I'm gonna get this. That'll do it over there. We're good. All right, so we're going to share our screen right now, and we're going to switch over to our first topic, which was the Congressman Thomas Massie.
Man is a legend.
All right. So, over here, guys, and this is one of the new features, too. We have the room cam up. So, one of the pieces that I got told about when I first walked in was some stuff going around with Thomas Massey and his vote being the one that was pretty much make it or break it, right? I'm going to let King go through.
Squishy. Basically, there was a bill that was brought to the floor, and Massey basically said, no, like, what the fuck are you doing? We can, the Democrats did this spending, you called foul on it. Doge is, gutting certain aspects of government spending, and then you're just reallocating it in another direction. I'll have none of it. But it says here, Republican Thomas Massey, Tuesday night, cast a lone Republican no vote against the budget bill that would pave the way for presidential Trump's legislative agenda. The budget bill passed the House 217 to 215 and was set out a total amount of money Congress could spend to implement Trump's priorities. So basically, throughout the years, it will increase. The spending will just get more and more and more. It really kind of like solidifies my logic and like Trump being here and making it look like all these things are going to happen. Like, we're going to gut all this, we're going to that, and we're going to make it different, and we're going to make it better. But like, if you got Doge gutting all these other things, but you're going to go spend it in all these other areas,
is it really saving?
It's not. It's just it's like almost like the emperor has no new clothes, and like I said like one or two podcasts ago that I like what's happening. I like what's going on. Like I like this new thing with Trump is gutting these federal programs. Like, cool, good shit.
I remember because you said
he's making me wrong. He's making me look like I'm not right, and I would say that wow, I spoke too soon, because between this and if you want to pull this up too, this would be fucking great. They passed a law where you cannot speak against anti-Semitism, or you can't be anti-Semitic. You can't like basically a law that protects people from another country in our country. U.S. House passes controversial bill that expands.
All right, let's take a look.
Yeah.
Expands definition of anti-Semitism. Rights groups warn that the definition could further chill freedom of speech as protests continue on college campuses. So the United States House of Representatives have overwhelmingly passed a bill that would expand the federal definition of anti-Semitism despite opposition from civil liberties groups. The bill passed on the House on Wednesday by a margin of 320 to 91 and is largely seen as a reaction to the ongoing anti-war protests unfolding in U.S. university campuses. It now goes to the Senate for consideration.
Can you explain to me the fundamental difference between what they're doing here and protecting a, we'll say marginalized group of people? What's the fundamental difference between that and what people in DEI were trying to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Nah. I mean, come on. I'm going to say, like, you should be able to say what you want to say as long as it's not something that you want to act on in terms of violence. Like, you should be able to say whatever you want to say. Whether you want to be a racist piece of shit or not, go right ahead. But there are ramifications for you being that person. Should it be illegal to do it?
Yes,
so it just shows
definition.
Whose interest it is. Like, this is not strengthening. This is not putting America first. This is putting... like with any group, particularly this group, they will take that banner and hide behind it. Like, okay, you can't say anything because you cannot hold me accountable because I'm of this sexual preference or I am of this religion. You can't do this because you're anti or you're homophobic, or you're anti-Semitic. Like, there's just banners that shroud these people from any type of fucking accountability.
Oh yeah.
And to make a law like that, that's not America first. That's not the freedom of speech. I'm not backing any side of any war. I don't think war, I think war is just a bunch of rich people, goading a bunch of other people. We all know that
for gain every time.
We all know that, the greatest, recruiter the military-industrial complex is poverty. So like, hey, you know what? I don't have a good job, so I'm going to go fight in a war. They're going to pay me well. I'll get veterans benefits. Like this is probably why I got taken off TikTok. So saying all these things that people don't fucking say. But yeah, like the emperor doesn't really have new clothes. It's just redirected in another way. Yeah. And I believe we're moving towards a uniparty system because the left looks obnoxiously wrong and loud, and now they're burning cars and doing all this other shit. And
yeah,
I don't know. But Thomas Massie was the original point of all this. He's actually standing against it, and then Trump called him out and tried to demonetize him or ratio him, and then people were like, "Ugh, the dude was right though, bro. Like, what are you saying?" Like,
and that's his job, though. He's allowed to do that.
Right.
And then,
there are people in government that actually want to make a change and make a change for the better. Thomas Massie is one of them. I think Rand Paul is one of them. Ron Paul is obviously one of them. They want minimal government. They want liberty in people's hands. All these other people are corporate sponsored motherfuckers, dude. They should wear suit coats with all their Pfizer patches or all these other things.
What I was just about to say, Pfizer.
Yeah, like get all your little like you're like a NASCAR driver, but it's on your suit, and then we know who you're speaking for because it's definitely not us.
Yeah, that's a beautiful reference right there.
Yeah.
All right, so next topic, guys. This one is also a political piece. This one actually happened a little bit ago. It was on March 14th.
Damn. This man needs some Just for Men.
But but
salt and pepper.
But he's got that sweet flow to it, though.
He does, dude.
So what this was, and I ended up reading this, and there were actually two separate judges, and this is on a bunch of different websites too. This was something that a federal judge did, and this guy is a left judge. He did it to stop something Trump was trying to do at that point in time, and he did it by just using his supreme judge powers by nominating or calling and claiming presidency to stop right in the tracks what Trump was trying to do. Last night, the Constitution appeared to me in a dream and told me to do this. You can't argue with that. So he's saying you can't argue with his dream. Also, my word on this is law because I'm a federal judge.
Trump, the magic napkin said so.
Trump later responded to the ruling of this judge by calling him, "You look like a potato." That's his.
The dude, the salt and pepper guy.
Yes.
Was that the same guy?
Yes.
Or was it just like some we're gonna put?
No, I'm pretty sure that's him.
Trump leaked when he had to pee.
So
what happened there?
That was literally just a move. Obviously, we elect a president, and it was a move that he has the power to do so. And the person that can strip him of that power, which is a follow-up piece, and I wish I would have pulled up that one instead. The follow-up piece is they were able to strip him of his power by a judge that outranked him and then secede power back to Trump. But
all I heard
was
a
giant horse and pony game.
No, it just sounded like we're all measuring dicks.
Yeah, doesn't it? This sounds
like...
Hold
on, my dick. My dick's bigger. Yeah, well, I just got dick cosmetic surgery. Now mine's bigger.
But look at this. Look at this article, guys. This had nothing to do with it, but this is great. This is just like we were just talking about. Just measuring dicks. Here's 7 different ways to achieve Trump's orange glow.
You know what my secret is? I will watch porn, eat Cheetos, and turn my dick orange. And then we call that a Trump.
Trump status.
There it is. Like you watch porn, eating Cheetos, and your dick all of a sudden orange.
And that's the face you make right there.
Most common denominator.
Right there. This is the face you make.
That's the money shot.
On to something a little less political. Both King and I are self-proclaimed, and very much so will tell you that we're nerds as far as we collect a lot of shit from when we were kids. Something I've done for a long time was Magic the Gathering, and then I found out he also does Magic the Gathering.
We're still waiting for him to bring these cards over. This
fucking, the binder.
Not secret layer, but this hidden layer. No, like I want the toad. I want to rummage,
the
bro.
toad's
Still,
yeah.
This dude's got like shit from back in it was printed in the fucking Old Testament, and I'm trying to go through this and see what the fuck it is.
Yep. So I do know I actually have several beta cards still. In my binder, the oldest one I could find was from an Unlimited, which is right after beta. So it went Alpha, Beta, Unlimited. But it's wild because they're actually still in what I would call light played condition from 35 years ago.
That's crazy.
But yeah, this new set that just came out, or that is coming out rather, on April 11th, We haven't looked at this yet, but it is called Tarkir and Dragonstorm. So, from what I just heard from a few of my friends, it was lore-wise or story-wise, it was Nicol Bolas is returning.
Okay.
And it has to do with whatever plane he got sent to. I think that's where a lot of this is all occurring.
Okay.
So I don't know a lot of the background, but we're going to look through some of these cards real quick and see what we see.
This unsparing Boltcaster needs to have flash. That would be awesome because it says when this creature enters, it deals 5 damage to target creature and opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. So can you imagine like the dude's initiating a block and then you're like, 5 more damage on top of it.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there.
There's two new mechanics, and I did read that. One of them you can actually see right there. It says Omen. See it right on Feral, second card over.
You can click on it so everybody else can read it. It'll actually make it bigger.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Bam. Without any Cheetos, it got bigger.
Nice.
Dusk Sight is 1 and 1 black. Sorcery Omen, put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature and then draw a card. And then you can also cast it as a creature, flying, death touch. When this creature enters, exile up to 2 target cards from the single graveyard. That's a common.
So
It's pretty pricey though. 6. I don't think I'd throw it in. I like the art. The art is fantastic.
yeah, but the cost is wild.
The thing that's irritating me about Magic is not just like their oversaturation and getting all these different IPs in. Because at one time it was cool, it's just being overdone. But like,
Right.
I go to scan these cards to see how much they're worth, and then you start putting all this fancy shit on here, or like the last set Aether
can't
Grips, you're
scan.
making it gold, and it's not recognizing it. It looks like a fucking like a Pokemon card. Or
Yeah,
something.
the yellow
Like,
border.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah,
I
there
don't know,
there is
man.
some weird stuff going on. I do like these borders. This
Yeah,
is really cool.
those are cool and stuff, but like on a, I don't know, they're just I'm missing the simplicity of it all.
right here.
You're starting,
and
to
that's
make it,
even more so than they used to be.
yeah.
The other mechanic,
Scroll
and
down.
I haven't read it
there's
yet.
More cards.
The other mechanic was called Behold. So I don't know what that does. I just read the names.
Yeah, yeah. There's so many mechanics, dude. It's just
I'm trying to see because the
Reach.
what everybody said is Nicol Bolas is in
Mobilize
this
used to
set,
be a thing.
and he's going to be the chase card or the card that's worth a lot of
I'm
money.
more of a Niv Mizzet guy myself. Niv Mizzet's the man.
Oh, yeah.
He's a dragon. But
Yeah, I know.
he's a dragon
I
man.
have that commander card still.
Yeah, dude. I have a Niv Mizzet deck, and my friends hate me. Harmonize. You may cast this card from your graveyard for its Harmonize cost. You may tap a creature you control to reduce the cost by X, where X is its power.
Wow.
And
So you could essentially bring it out with just
with
a forest. Well, does that count off of there, or is it just taking it off of the 5?
No, like it would have to be like a creature or creatures accumulating. The way it's reading, it would be at least a couple creatures that is it their power?
Yeah.
Power.
So
It would
just
so if you have like a 2/3 and a 3/2 out, you tap both of them to get that 5 generic mana, but you still have to pay the mana cost, the green, the blue, and the red.
that's what I was saying. The green, blue, and the red. You still have to pay as far.
It's
as
almost
the-
like Unearth,
Yep.
but it's harmonized.
Yep.
That's
So
it.
yeah, they have.
There's gotta be more than
There's
that.
only a few days that they've just started doing this.
Here, that's
They're on day 9 or something of just revealing cards.
Oh, well, no, because they did. I've seen a couple of YouTube videos. I didn't watch them yet, but like where they rank all the commander sets that came out. There's like 5 different commander decks that you can buy.
Wow, they have what the value of the cards are for the set.
Yeah,
Yeah, so how do they even know that if we don't have all the cards?
it's a guesstimate. Like, see, there is more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know why. That was just me.
that's
I
what I'm
just
saying
didn't
because
keep rolling.
they have videos for like which commander deck's stronger out of the box already. So like I'm sure that there's a lot more to sift through here. Wall of War. Choose 1 creature's target opponent control. Get -1/-1 till end turn. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. That's not bad. Instant speed.
Ooh, that looks cool. The art on this.
At the beginning of your beginning of your end step, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Whenever another non-token creature you control enters, it endures X, where X is the number of counters on
What
this
would
creature.
endure be?
Yeah, what is endure?
Put X
Put X 1/1 counters on this creature that entered.
doesn't explain
Or
it anymore.
create an X white spirit creature token. Okay. I could break that. That's definitely cool art, though. I like it. That'd be a cool tattoo.
Oh, that is. There's an alternative art, so that's the original right there.
Yeah.
That reminds me of the guy from Stronghold. I don't remember his name. Volrath.
Bird, scout, flyer. When this creature attacks, you lose 1 life, and this creature endures 1. Man, so many damn mechanics, man. They need to like slow off, like back off these mechanics. It's just making the game.
Is that new too? That mechanic?
I do not remember an endure. This must be.
I just read about 2, and I guarantee there's more. But
what's this? Is black, green, blue, and 5. Destroy all creatures.
Wow.
And enchantments. Draw a card for each permanent destroyed this way. That's a lot of mana, but with green, you can get to that in no time. I like the alternate art of it.
over here.
Yeah. That's pretty fresh.
So they did 3 different ones of this.
Yeah, this set looks... also, I want to put this out here. Random thought. I have a bunch of local game stores, and they see what deck is going to be the most popular deck, and before it even passes MSRP, they'll put it out there at a higher inflated price.
Yeah.
So like, and there's been decks like, for instance, I have one back here. I have the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. It was the Velociraptor deck, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, that goes for like the moment it came out, people knew it was going to be hot out of the box, so they started charging anywhere between $80 to $100 for it. So I have 2 of that deck. One I modified myself, and then the other one I kept in the box because I got it at Steel City Con for fucking $28.
Wow.
But like when I walk into a local game store, and now take notes, kids. When you go out there and you want to get a deck or whatever, don't fucking pay those prices. And as a matter of fact, I'll do you one better. Don't give that fucking company your business. Serious. Like you're scalping at this point.
Yeah,
like, you
they
know,
really
like,
are.
This is what it's coming at. Like I am in the mindset of less is more. Any of the stuff that we have on our website, I make it affordable. Sure, I make a little bit of a profit off some of the things we sell, but it's nothing huge that's going to break people's pockets. I'd rather see you out there supporting us, wearing our stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like when it comes to this, like because you know it's going for more, you're going to do it. Now, out of the box, aftermarket shit, if you have a card that's worth a substantial amount and you want to sell it, cool. That's a different story. But when it just comes out and you're already inflating the price past the suggested retail price, then
that's a problem.
I don't want to do business with you. Like you're gonna less is more mentality that way. You're gonna sell more of those for a less price. So,
man, there are so many dragons and so much cool art on this.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah, these darker cards are pretty sick. What's this orc wizard up top here? Click on that.
This?
Yeah. Tursa, Light Shatter, Pants Shatter. No. Haste enters. When it enters, discard up to 2 cards and draw that many cards. And when she attacks, if there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, exile a card at random from your graveyard. You may play that card this turn. That would go in my Prosper Tonebound deck 100%. That's nasty. That is nasty.
I haven't seen a Planeswalker yet.
Huh. No, there's definitely... I didn't touch Aether Drift. I didn't buy one card from that set.
I did, and there's not really anything that...
It's garbage.
Yeah, I think
Hot
it's only
garbage.
about 5 booster packs,
I've
but
actually-
there wasn't anything...
I've actually took the mindset of just going, okay, if there's a card from the set, I will go grab the card.
Yeah.
Because I just don't like the way Wizards has been very over the top with their avarice. Like, just Hasbro pushing out more product, and it just... Power creep has been real. But this set here, I might buy a deck or 2, maybe even a box. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to buy a box. Just I'm a giant fan. I used to play constantly, but I'm a giant fan of art because I love drawing, and so much of this is really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Especially this is the kind of art I like the dragons and shit. Still no Planeswalkers though. That's whoever that person was that I was talking about though. The one that I said looked like Volrath.
Okay. No, there's definitely some good cards in this set from the looks of it. And the art is definitely good.
There's fucking almost 400 different cards in this set.
Yeah, I'm looking. There's a Secret Lair drop that just came out, and I was watching Tolarian Academy. The professor, he actually talked about one of the Secret Lairs that are coming out, but all the artwork were done by this one dude that was caught plagiarizing other people's art. And he's like, I'm not going to give this set any more recognition. Like, this set's coming out, boom, move past it. But I wonder if he did any of the art on these cards. But like, he actually, like, Wizards got fucking sued by artists for that shit.
Did they really?
Yeah, because they're like, wait a minute, this is a piece from mine, and it's just overlaid over this dude's piece. Like, Trouble in Pairs is a card, really good card. Yeah,
Those are cool.
Yeah, the eyes are pretty nasty. I want foil ones.
Yeah.
All foil.
Here we are.
Go. Eugene or Eugen.
I thought it was Ugin.
Ugin. I like Eugene better.
Yeah, Eugene. I have his original card, a couple of them.
Search your library for any number of colorless non-land cards. Exile, then shuffle. Until end of turn, you may cast those cards without paying those mana's cost. That's
wow.
fucking gross. You can get to 11.
Any number.
So you throw that in an Eldrazi deck?
Yeah.
Good luck. That's gross.
Bring him out, Emrakul.
Right, well, look at the card, the cast on that, or not cast, but the
Oh my god!
the cost.
Even just the normal.
Yeah.
I wonder if Bolas is in this. That's his brother. So lore-wise, that's Nicol Bolas, which was Magic the Gathering's big bad for a decade.
The actual artist of the original Nicol Bolas is this. It's Ed Beer Jr., who did the Birds of Paradise original, and I had that playmat up there autographed by him.
I was wondering if they're going to bring back a lot of these old legendary dragons.
Yeah, that's some fucking...
I was seeing if they would have your boy.
Yeah, I don't mind these borders with the
These remind me
whatever.
of old Magic.
Yeah. That's pretty much what they keep those around for. Crater Hoof Behemoth is back.
That sounds like it would be on Moana. My name is Baitor, kin to all.
All right. Left his first name, Master, out of it. Yeah, there's some pretty damn nasty cards.
There's a lot. I'm not trying to spend too much time, guys, but I'm just trying to see if they got my
There's
favorite
Planeswalker.
Grixis card. Where is it at? Oh, right
Elspeth
there.
The Storm Slayer.
That one too, man.
The foil, yeah. That's crazy. Maybe I'll buy a couple boxes of this. I don't know. There's some nasty shit.
Wow, that looks like a really old school Magic art. Not the border.
You may cast dragon spells without paying their mana cost. That's omniscience with fucking dragons. Beautiful.
It takes 8 to pull it out, but...
Shit, you can see things song that out in a couple turns.
Oh, they're bringing back Moxes.
Yeah. That's a trap. That one's gonna go for some bucks right there. Click on it. The Mox. Wow.
Yeah, that one is... it doesn't have the foil one. Oh! Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is one of the retro cards. That's the actual...
There's 500 of those made, so that's gonna fetch at least 250.
Yeah, at least.
At least, because I've seen the one where they did the Japanese style or anime art for the Land of War Elves a couple sets back, and my buddy pulled it, and it was fucking $400.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pulled one of these legendaries off of a set almost 10 years ago, and they called them relics or something, like the type of card.
Yeah.
And a card shop bought it for me for $100. I should have kept it. It's worth over $1,000.
Yeah. Those are.
I didn't see him, but it doesn't mean he's not in here.
They still have that Land of War Elf up at in the Zone Gaming at the mall.
Oh yeah, so they slowly released some cards. See, they gave you the drop dates above them all.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the new set, guys. We've spent a lot of time on that.
Yeah, we
Just because
did.
I just wanted to see what
Fucking
it was.
nerds.
Well, sorry.
Is that good? No, I'll talk about Magic all fucking day. Do a whole stream on it. I'm cool with it.
Next one is almost like a trading card. You get new actors all the time. So this is the new cast expanded cast of
Not
Doomsday.
these people. These people better not be in Doomsday.
Yeah, right there.
They might
Starts
be better
on
than
all new episodes.
Mid-century modern.
So this is a running list. I haven't seen this yet. We were trying to pull up kind of like a Mortal Kombat roster to show.
Yeah, because there was an image going around.
Yep.
And we could not locate it, but it had all the actors and their
I don't know most of them.
portrayals. But no, I don't really have that many high hopes for this because they're bringing back Fox X-Men. They're bringing back, Patrick Stewart and Ian.
They had such a chance just to start over.
Well, they're probably. I think they're segueing to that in their defense. But my thing is, like, as iconic as they were, they're like 1,000 now.
Yeah.
Give me Michael Fassbender and the guy that I forgot his name.
Yeah,
The other guy to play give me the younger versions
yeah.
of them because they look more equipped to go out there and kick some fucking ass.
Right.
Like you're gonna get like Bingo Hall guys that's coming out,
Yeah, they're sending back out. I saw Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah, Kelsey Grammer could be done with makeup because he's beast. I'm
Right.
fine with that. He's not gonna.
Absolutely
Yeah,
could,
like I'm fine with
He's
that
still
casting.
part of the thousands because I just watched the new Frasier.
Yeah, I'm looking at all these other people. These are fucking C-class heroes going against
Yeah,
Doctor Doom.
Which I still
don't have any.
I'm still lost on how they're going to do that, but it'll probably be something.
They're gonna say that Doom was from another timeline and this fucking Tony Stark was adopted or some
And
shit.
they're gonna oh my god, look at it's Tony, and then
and they're like,
portray
nah,
somebody.
he'll know who Tony was or whatever. But like, and that's why they'll probably he might even use that as an angle against them. Like,
That's
yeah,
what I
I'm
mean.
Tony, yeah, but I just
Or
I
did
don't
he,
have any
John
hopes for this.
Travolta and Nicolas Cage it and
Face Off.
Face
Yeah.
Off
No, I just don't have any hopes for this because like these.
classics.
All right,
You know who that's
Thor,
gonna be.
cool. That's cool. Anthony Mackie,
Good guy. I don't really like him as that role though.
No, he's
All right,
fucking
guy.
him. Paul Rudd,
Funny.
whatever.
Funny
The Ageless Wonder. I
Don't know who that is, but
that
I've
is
seen. I know
that
she's
is
on
Shuri.
the show. I've
That
seen her
is
on the show.
that's little sister of T'Challa, and now she's Black Panther.
She was the one that was in the first movie when they were trying, or not. I think it was Endgame. They were trying to put down the shields of Wakanda.
Yeah, but like I don't like they're supposed to redo that. But Loki, of course, yes, that's a good. That's a good cast.
I liked the Loki show.
I didn't watch season 2 because I didn't fucking care. I just don't fucking care anymore in general for this shit.
Well,
like,
I didn't even.
They got too political,
especially since
and,
they removed Kang, anyways, because that's what so much of it was.
well, that's what they. I watched videos on how Loki season 2 went, and basically that was them pushing Kang off the table. Like, okay, we're gonna get away from this because he's now the Loki, the keeper of stories or whatever.
Right. When he ascends to the throne and sits down at the end.
Right.
Yep.
So, but no, he's a good cast in there. But like, there's so many major pieces. Like, Black Widow's sister, don't care. Any of the Thunderbolts, don't care. What we got? Red Guardian.
I never finished watching. I don't know if this was a show or a movie.
It was a show.
Yeah, I never finished watching.
now it's
because
gonna
I
be
don't
a
know-
movie, The
I don't know
Thunderbolts.
what happened to that guy. I thought he died.
He didn't die. No.
Apparently.
He was probably the better part of that show. I did watch the show.
That's where he's from too. That's why I recognize him. Wasn't he on that
yeah.
show?
Yeah. No, he was in
Was it the one with the
Black
two
Widow
girls?
movie.
Black Widow, yeah.
Black Widow movie.
Yeah.
But no, the USA agent was probably like the better part of that show, and then Sebastian Stan is
I think he does a fine job as that.
I
guy.
think like he got too fucking watered down. Like when he came out, he was a badass. That arm was everything, and now he like every fucking thing that he is in, someone takes his arm off, and he looks at it like, oh my god, how'd you do that? It's been like 3 times now. Like that's just like. That arm before was just fucking shit up.
Yeah,
bro.
remember
like,
when he had his
and
mask and he was actually the Winter Soldier?
Wow, like they've watered him down. Now he's a congressman. Like a way to go from fucking Manchurian candidate to congressman.
Was he one of the 217 that approved or the 215 that denied?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Pedro Pascal, not a fan of him personally in his politics, and I also just don't see him as Reed Richards. I don't. He's not a Reed Richards guy to me at all.
Yeah. I don't.
That
really
and
see
the
it
fact that that's coming out, and the Silver Surfer is not Norrin Radd. It's going to be probably his girlfriend in the comic books. She looks the part. Don't know her other than that.
I don't know her
She's
either.
pretty yummy. Thing looks amazing. Looks very comic book accurate. We'll see how that goes. Human Torch, don't know shit about him.
Don't know who that is.
Okay, but cool. Professor X, I mean, yeah, you got to have him in there. That's cool, but like, as much as I love Patrick Stewart, I would rather have seen the First Class one. And I'd rather.
So this
see-
is gonna sound bad. I thought he died. And I have nothing against Ian because he's done a lot of cool roles.
Yeah,
But I thought I didn't
yeah.
know he was still alive. Actually,
Yeah. But
but
like,
I'm thinking Dumbledore, the two guys that played in Harry Potter that died.
yeah, I don't. This. I want somebody that could functionally kick some ass.
Like the one from Future Past. I don't remember his name, but
Michael
he's
Fassbender.
yeah, he's in
like where you
Inglourious
like took the
Basterds
fucking
and-
train and just crushed the bad guys in
Yeah.
the train. Like that's the dude you want. Like that dude.
I mean, he threw a fucking necklace through everybody's neck.
Rather, and here's another thing they probably missed on is they probably should have cast him as Doom.
Yeah,
He would have been a great Doctor Doom, even though he was Magneto already. But it was like a panic button. It was like break in case of emergency. We got to bring Robert Downey Jr. back, but we're not going to bring him back as Iron Man. I didn't like that casting. I'm sure he could be a fucking fantastic Doctor Doom.
right.
I'm sure he could. But,
just doesn't
but
make-
knowing
it's
what we know
strange,
and then
right.
seeing that, we're going to be like, or who else could have been Doom?
I think
The
even
dude that played the Scarecrow in
yeah,
the Dark Knight
the Dark-
trilogy.
Yep, Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, he would have. I
Cillian
think he would have been a
Murphy.
good
I don't
casting
even
for
think
it.
Gerard Butler would have been bad because I thought about him too when he's got that badass voice. He's got that badass anger voice.
I think he's a little bit longer in the tooth. I think they want somebody like 40s and
right. He
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
He's a little bit more removed from it. But I also thought about that when you were just talking about. You just said his name, but the Magneto.
Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, because he was in 300 as well.
Yeah.
He was Stelios.
Yeah. See, that would have been the way to go.
All right, let's see what else.
Kelsey
you got.
Grammer, can't go wrong with that guy.
Right, because
He's-
it's all going to be CGI,
Yeah.
just like in the.
Those
There
make
was some
them on there.
after. There were some after credits that he was in. Just
yeah,
recently.
the Marvels.
Is that what it was?
Miss Marvel
It was all
and-
CGI.
Yeah.
He wasn't in the
Yeah.
costume. It wasn't
Right.
even him.
That's the same guy, I believe.
It is.
That played.
It's the guy that played him before because.
Right. No, it's the same guy, I believe, that also played Darth Maul.
No.
No?
This guy is. He's Boris from 007.
Okay.
He just looks like it because of the eyes. The guy that played Darth Maul is this little blonde.
Okay. Yeah. All right. You're right. I don't know. Blue.
I
titties.
liked her as Mystique so much more than the fucking Hunger Games girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I liked her look so much more than the Hunger Games girl. It just looked so fake to me. Whenever I can't remember her fucking name either.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah. I don't know why. For the longest time, though, I thought that was.
We're coming up on something that's going to be a side quest. You
I
ready?
thought this girl was somebody else for the long.
All I
Charlize
know
Theron.
is blue titties.
Yeah.
James Marsden as Cyclops. Okay.
So
Let me
from
unwrap
Future
this. Did you see the Nickelodeon special
No.
where Drake Bell from Drake and Josh came out and was like, I was
Oh yeah.
you've seen that. Did you see it in its entirety?
Yeah.
Well, the people that lobbied for the people that sexually assaulted Drake, or the person that sexually assaulted Drake Bell.
Yeah, that producer.
A bunch of actors got together and wrote, defended the pedo. They defended him. He's one of the actors that did it. Rabbit hole.
Yeah. All right, I'm actually okay with that because I liked Deadpool. I couldn't
Yeah.
understand him, and I thought
Yeah,
his French
that's-
accent was
yeah.
terrible.
It was very thick. It was like oatmeal with a French accent.
Yeah, and I wasn't even sure it was a French accent at
It was
first.
like a New Orleans Cajun French or
But
whatever. Whatever.
Ryan
flavor.
Reynolds did a good job at responding. He's like, "All right," he said, "We gotta." I actually have no fucking clue what he just said.
Right. No, but that was fan service. But that's,
Oh, without a doubt.
Shang-Chi.
That movie was all right. I didn't know anything
okay.
about the comic book character though.
No, not at all.
Don't know who that is.
Well, I mean, he was awesome. I love this dude.
Yep.
M'Baku was awesome. This dude's going to be Sentry. Sentry in the comic book is...
He looks like Tom Holland with long hair.
Kind of, I suppose.
I don't even know who he is.
Sentry in the comic books is a fucking badass, especially when the Void takes over. Like, he ripped Carnage in half. Like, the dude is like... He single-handedly beat the shit out of the Avengers. We'll see how that goes. So that's not a bad pull. I just don't know about his casting as Sentry.
Right.
Like, Sentry to me is just, big, buff, blonde dude. That dude is not screaming. Like, me, I would be Sentry.
Yeah, like when they casted fucking, what's his name? Toby somebody as fucking Venom. Oh, no, it wasn't Toby. It was the guy.
Oh,
Topher.
yeah. The
Topher.
dude from fucking...
Topher's his name.
The 70s Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not even saying he's a bad actor. I thought he was fucking hilarious in that show, but he's Venom.
Venom? Yeah.
Like, physically, I wanted to see Brock Lesnar as Eddie Brock.
Yeah, Eddie Brock, yeah.
He had the flat top. He granted he can't act.
Yeah.
But he had the flat
He doesn't
top.
have to, really. Just like, let the Venom thing take
But he
over.
looked just like it from my Venom 1 comic,
Yeah.
where he's sitting there
Yeah.
lifting weights in the alley.
Tom Hardy kind of like, I don't know, the last couple Venoms, I'm just like, it became annoying.
That's what
There's
was
no
bad.
spider. Yeah,
I watched the last one for the first time recently, and I'm like, I tried to watch it twice because I just couldn't pay attention to it, and then I'm like, it's bad.
You can't do Venom without Spider-Man anyway. There's got to be some type of Ghost. Yay, don't care.
Yeah.
The new Falcon. Yay, don't care. These are just filler.
That's all I got so
Literally
far.
empty carbs for the movie. That's it. They're fucking booty.
Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to set up something for the future,
But yeah,
I
you're
think
going
you
against
would try
Doctor
to
Doom, and this is a
cultivate-
multiversal thing, man. I want to see. I want like, you got to do something better than this. There's so many other people like Mephisto they haven't touched on. There's like Eternity. There's so many other like beings in the cosmos in the Marvel universe. Adam
they could
Warlock,
use,
they did.
yeah.
Adam Warlock was supposed to be a part of the Infinity Gauntlet because you can't do Infinity Gauntlet without him. He's now there. Where's he at in all this? Like, there's so many things that aren't fucking being touched on.
Yeah, which is just doesn't make sense when you have a lot of stuff in your actual chest that you could use.
Yeah.
One last topic. This is something he hasn't seen yet.
Nope.
So new Nintendo Direct came out yesterday, and it was essentially just showing off what they're doing with Switch 1. So there wasn't anything aside from this little bit of news that was announced for Switch 2, because next Wednesday they're doing the full unveil, which I'm off. I don't know if you are, but
When is it?
it's next Wednesday. It's the 2nd, and I think it's at like 10 in the morning.
Well, I'm for
Because
it.
we could even pull that up and stream that live too, guys.
Let's do it.
But they're going to show off what the games will look
Hold
like,
them
what
to
the
it.
price is, what the release date is. All the shit comes out then.
All right.
But this was something that I thought was cool because I've always complained about this. I'm a digital game guy. I like a lot of physical media. However, especially with something like the Switch, I like to just be able to choose whatever game I have without switching out a cartridge. So I'm gonna pull up this video for you guys to see, and I'll bring it back up on screen so we can all see it.
I'm trying to get the spider, and then I'm going to encase him in here.
Spider-Man.
All right. If I get bit, you've seen it here
With
first.
game cards, you can put a game featuring Mario in this Nintendo Switch system and a Legend of Zelda game in this one, freely inserting the games you have on hand into any system you want. But what if digital games could be as flexible and convenient as game cards? Well, here's what we came up with. Introducing the Virtual Game Card.
Aha!
In the
There he is,
future,
guys.
virtual game cards can be used for digital games.
I'm quicker than the spider.
When purchasing the digital version of the game, it will be loaded onto your system as a virtual game card, allowing you to play that title. Your digital games will be lined up as virtual game cards on a dedicated management screen. Here, you can load and eject your virtual game cards and manage which games you can play on your system.
Without the card.
Yeah, you're not. So basically, they're making it. You'll see it right here, and then I'm like, well, I can already do this.
If you have
I just
two
have to set up a
Nintendo Switch
secondary
systems,
Switch, but
you can eject a
they
virtual
actually
game
explain
card
what
from
you
one
can do.
and load it onto the second. Now you can play this game on the second system wherever and whenever you want.
So before, if you had the
Just as if
second
you had
system, you
inserted
had to
a
be hooked
physical
up to
game
the
card.
internet. You don't have to be anymore.
With virtual game cards, you can freely load and arrange which games you play on up to 2 systems.
So that's if you have
Local
your own
communication
system,
with your
both
second
your
system
own
is required,
username.
but only the first time.
So this is where it actually is good.
You can also lend out virtual game cards to your Nintendo account family group members. Connect to your family group member's system via local wireless when you want to lend a game. Choose the title you're lending and who you're lending it to.
Is this on the new Switch?
No, this is the old one. It's on both now.
Okay.
So they're doing it so you can actually switch
done.
in between them too. So if
They
you
can
want to
now
play your
play
Switch
on
1
their
game,
own
you
system.
can send them to your Switch 2.
Okay.
But
You
why
can
this
only
is
lend
big
one
is
game
I
at a time
have.
to a particular person. Games can be lent out for 2 weeks.
So I have
Games
a
can be
total
lent out for
of
2 weeks.
6. They explain that because what it will do is automatically come back to you. You can send it back to them, but that way you can't play it while it's out for somebody.
Okay.
So essentially, you can have up to 8 Nintendo accounts off of one family account. I have that many people between my kids and then my wife at home, so we just end up splitting or having to buy the same game 17 times, or I have to let them use my Switch if they want to play it.
Yeah.
Because I buy everything digitally. Now I can just send them a game that they can play. Just with the click of a button. If I have Legend of Zelda and Roman wants to play it, I can actually send it to him.
Would he be playing your accounts? Would he be playing?
No, it's his own.
Okay.
So basically, it's the same idea as you taking the game physically out and handing him the game card.
Okay.
And putting it into his Switch, because then all of his saves and everything are his own.
Right.
So now I can take and I don't have to buy 14 copies because somebody else wants
Can
to
he
play
play
it.
Zelda while you're playing it?
That hasn't been explained.
No.
I don't know if he can or not. I can do that right now just with 2 consoles, just by downloading it on both and playing on my secondary console, allowing my wife to play on the primary. But that's, you had to trick it. And I've always hated the fact if I bought the game and I have a family pass, why do I have to buy it 6 times?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's kind of a step in the right direction too, because like, you know, I got 2 PS5s and I got the Portal, so like if I'm in one room I want to play it on the other, but then I got to download it onto the other one, and it just like, and their
Yeah.
memory is shit, so then you got to buy an internal memory card with heatsink, and
Yeah, and you can only have a couple games on it anyways.
I get that.
That's why a lot of people are going to cloud-based gaming.
Yeah.
I still don't like
the
it
thing-
just because the
yeah,
internet
because
is so spotty in so many different places.
Not just that, but I want to say it's Ubisoft, but I might be wrong. So like, it's one gaming company that people had downloaded the games, and then the games got taken down. So they paid for. I don't know who it was. I
Yep.
might have misquoted
I can think
what
about
it was.
that in a few different ways.
But that's a possibility too. Like if you go buy these games and download them, and then the company pulls it down or what, and then you don't have access to, then they took your money.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I like physical copies myself, personally.
Yeah, I love collecting them.
Yeah.
I just don't like. I like the convenience of digital because I can switch it out.
Yeah.
I do hate the fact that because these systems, think of Wii U, think of PlayStation 2, all these ones that used to have games that you could go on there, PlayStation 3 rather, not 2.
Yeah.
But you could go on and download them. Those shops are closed. Mm-hmm. So I can't go back on and re-download some of the stuff. If my actual hard drive I have for my Wii U goes down, that's where all my shit is. I don't have any physical games.
Wow.
When that's done, it's done. That is what I don't like about them at all.
Yeah.
I just like the convenience of being able to just push a game.
Yeah, yeah. No, I get that. But no, this looks pretty cool. And then you said, what's going on Wednesday? They're dropping what?
So Wednesday, it's April 2nd, and I believe it is 10 a.m. Eastern Standard. Nintendo is blowing the doors off of the Switch 2, so they're actually physically saying, when does it release? How much is it going to cost? These are the games that are coming out at launch. This is what is coming in the future. So there's a bunch of stuff from major game developers that are in that too, because they're already rumored to be getting Master Chief Halo Collection, Xbox Game Pass, a bunch of other titles too. But they've made a
So
deal.
Halo for
For Xbox for Switch. Yeah, and then Call of Duty is on Nintendo consoles for the next 10 years because of the Microsoft and Blizzard deal.
I just wonder how those can handle those graphics.
Well, remember, this is running on something using DLSS. It upscales it to be essentially PlayStation 5.
Okay.
So it's not going to be Switch 1. It's a much newer overall piece. And even if you take a look at something cool like what DLSS does, it's a newer technology and it's an artificial intelligence. They can take a game that's running at 30 frames a second and put it up to 120 for you. It can take something at 540p resolution, which just means 540 lines of pixels, and take it up to 1080p and make it look that much better.
Oh, wow.
So it's newer technology that didn't exist. PlayStation 5's Pro just created their own called like PSSS or something. So they made their own, and it's
Basically remastering shit
in
around.
real time.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence is upscaling, adding new textures, adding frames in all real time.
Wow.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
That's going to be amazing for the porn industry.
Oh man. Just wait till virtual reality gets a little bit more virtual.
The only thing that's missing now is the sense. Like, you can't smell everything, and you need a drop cloth in front of you. That's it. Like
Yep.
the Oculus is.
That's the next feature. It gives you a little mist.
Buy the new glory hole for the Oculus.
That's right.
You'd be like, I would turn my Castle Grayskull into the glory hole, like take the chin off of it, stick your peener in there.
Yeah. Guys, I'm gonna talk to King, but we'll try to set that up that we can actually do that live, and we can actually just pull that up so you can see it when it happens. That way, we can get like a real live react, and we've always kind of wanted to do that.
He's talking about Nintendo, not Castle Grayskull in a glory hole.
Yeah. I mean, was I? But either way, guys,
Damn, son.
we will
You
be
get
back.
kicked off all the platforms.
We'll be back next week, and we'll be back not on TikTok, unfortunately. It did say revoked. But we appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. If you like what we do, make sure you follow, you subscribe. We do have, he's got some magic cards, but
No, these are all one card, Heir Apparent. They're like $5 cards. You can have as many of those in one commander deck as you want because it states so. And then when you put it into play,
there's not a limit in Commander for like.
for not this card, this and Relentless Rats. There's some other cards, but this one here. When this creature enters the battlefield, choose a number of 1/1 white rabbit creature tokens equal to the number of creatures you control named Heir Apparent. So if you already have one of these in play and you play another one, you can create 2 more rabbit. Like they're fucking like rabbits.
Like rabbits.
There it is.
Like rabbits.
Yeah.
Brilliant. But guys, we'll be back next week, at least Friday. But I do want to set up Wednesday if that's something that we can figure out together.
I fucks with it.
Good deal. All right. Anything else for him?
That's it, man.
All right.
That's all.
Guys, we will catch you next week, and until then,
Stay off of TikTok. Fuck those
stay
guys.
off of TikTok. TikTok. All right, guys. Peace and love.
Hey, should we do a screenshot?
Ooh, let's see.
We need a thumbnail.
Let's see how this works. We'll see if that worked.
All right.
I think it did.
Draw a shape to create a screen snip.
Oh, so here we go. You're looking over at me. Yeah, so what it does, whoop. There we go. We got a screenshot. So it will. We'll take a picture of my entire. This is something new on our Stream Deck. We'll take a screenshot on our entire dual monitor over here, and then I just clicked and dragged to try to make a little thumbnail.
Technology.
Yeah, improvements, guys. But we are heading out. We will catch you soon.
Stay moist.
Stay moist.
I got 30-some hoes, you at the crib making TikToks. Perky gon' blow like a 30-6 dog. She gon' fuck my bros, cause I know that she a big dog. I come from the low, but I'm standing at the tip. I got 30-some hoes, you at the crib making TikToks. Perky gon' blow like a 30-6 dog. She gon' fuck my bros, cause I know that she a big dog. I come from the low, but I'm standing at the tip top. Lot of hoes to choose from, I ain't scared to lose one.